This is every time Jon Jones allegedly ducked a fight.
I feel like Tom's been such an asshole that I don't want to do business with him.
Do I think he's scared to take the tough fights at this stage in his career? Absolutely.
We had the fight done. Why he decided not to fight, you guys will have to ask him that.
With 2 title wins at light heavyweight, 1 at heavyweight, and 12 successful title defenses combined, Jon Jones is the undisputed GOAT of MMA, but even the GOAT had moments where he didn't want the smoke, like the following 3 times when Jones allegedly dodged a challenge he thought was a bit too hot to handle. From 2008 to 2018, Jon Jones was the most dominant fighter on the planet. He won the UFC light heavyweight title twice and defended it a record 8 times. But then competition started to catch up, and after guys like Anthony Smith and Thiago Santos gave him a run for his money, Dominic Reyes pushed him to the edge at UFC 247, stuffing takedowns and landing the bigger and better shots over the course of 5 rounds. Despite Reyes' best efforts, Jones still managed to secure a decision win, although Dana White, among others, thought Reyes deserved the win.
Going into the last round, I had Dominic Reyes 3-1 going into the last round. My kids are terrorizing me that the fix is in and how can this happen, Dad? Reyes won that fight. And the list goes on and on of people that are reaching out to me.
The scores were even heavily in favor of Jones, which was bizarre to some people.
One fucking judge gave Jon 4 rounds to 1. That's insane.
Even Jon Jones wasn't sure he had won until the judges read out the scores.
How confident, how comfortable were you? Yes, we banked 3 rounds. I mean, did you know, or was there a little bit of fear to think maybe we came up just a little short tonight?
I wasn't always confident that I was winning the fight.
The fight was really close and the result was controversial, so a rematch just made sense.
I definitely would like a rematch. I mean, I won.
Even though Reyes and the UFC were ready for a rematch, Jon Jones started playing hardball in a way that he probably knew wouldn't lead anywhere for anyone.
I got nothing to lose being in the position that I'm in right now. You know,
right. Do you want to fight soon?
Okay. No, I don't want to fight soon. I don't want to fight soon. I have no interest in fighting in the UFC until I get paid what I believe I'm worth.
Jones felt he was worth tens of millions of dollars, and based on everything he'd achieved in the sport, he probably deserved it. But at the same time, he knew the UFC wouldn't pay him that much.
I'll quote him and what he had said to my lawyer. Told my lawyer he wants what Deontay Wilder was paid. I think it was $30 million.
Things further heated between Jon Jones and the UFC when Jones called Dana White an effing liar and accused him of damaging his reputation. Dana fired back by saying he didn't need to ruin a name that was already tarnished.
Jon Jones has done a lot of things to himself. He's saying, in one of his tweets, he was saying that I tarnished I tarnished you? You've done a very good job of tarnishing you.
And since Jones wasn't willing to lower his asking price, Reyes believed he was just using that as a way to dodge the rematch.
He's not willing to lose his belt for less than whatever $1 million, you know what I'm saying? He knows that belt is close to being lost. So he's doing whatever he can to avoid fighting me again.
Because the UFC wouldn't pay Jones the kind of money Deontay Wilder was making, he chose to vacate his title and focus on moving up to heavyweight instead.
Yesterday, Jon Jones announced he was vacating the light heavyweight title. Is that official?
It's official, yeah.
Reyes believed he was the real reason Jon Jones walked away from the division.
He said, I'm too dangerous and it costs a lot of money to fight me the second time, so he decided to give his belt.
While Reyes was convinced that Jones blatantly ducked him, Jones maintained that his move to heavyweight was all about building his legacy. But what happened next made a lot of people think he was avoiding a certain heavyweight there too. When Jon Jones moved up to heavyweight, Stipe Miocic was still the champ, but in March 2021 at UFC 260, Francis Ngannou knocked Stipe out cold and took the title, setting up a massive potential showdown between Ngannou and Jones, which Dana started promoting instantly by throwing shade at Jones.
If I'm Jon Jones and I'm home watching this fight, I start moving to 85.
Not only that, Dana even went as far as insinuating that Jones didn't want to fight Francis.
I can sit here all day and tell you, what show me the money mean? I tell you guys this all the time. If you can say you want to fight somebody, but do you really want to?
Jones quickly fired back at Dana, saying he wasn't putting on all that weight for heavyweight just to sit around doing nothing.
I guess Jon Jones is watching. He tweeted since you've been up there. He said, go to 185. I didn't gain all this weight for no reason. Laughing face.
I like it. That sounds serious. That sounds serious then, John.
Just a month after Ngannou won the title, Dana hinted that Jones was trying to price himself out of the super fight with Francis.
He wants $30 million guaranteed.
Jones refuted Dana's claim, saying that he never made such a demand and he only wanted more time to prepare for the biggest fight of his career. But just days before refuting Dana's claim, Jones had said that $8 to $10 million was way too low for a fight with Ngannou. While Jones was negotiating with the UFC, calling out Dana on Twitter and taking time to bulk up for heavyweight, Ngannou stayed active and beat Cyril Gane at UFC 270. That's when reignited talks of a showdown with Jones, but Ngannou wasn't convinced Jones actually wanted to fight.
I think the first thing we have to know if Jon Jones is going to fight or not, because actually he find himself a better battle in Twitter than in the octagon.
Just like Jones, Ngannou was dealing with his own contract issues with the UFC, which gave Jones some valuable time to bulk up and get ready for a beast like Ngannou. But when Ngannou officially parted ways with the UFC in January 2023, Jones suddenly returned, taking on Cyril Gane for the vacant heavyweight title at UFC 285. That move made some fans and even fighters suspect he had been avoiding Ngannou all along, a claim Jones firmly denied.
Everyone's saying that I waited 3 years and I came back exactly when Francis was gone. That's actually not true. When I got back, Francis was very much on the roster still, and I could have been in his last fight, but instead he opted out and Cyril Gane took Francis' spot. I came back ready for Francis Ngannou.
Although Jones denied the ducking accusations, he did admit he was glad to be fighting Gane for the title instead of Ngannou.
I'm not gonna lie though, knowing that I was fighting Cyril Gane instead of Francis was kind of nice.
On fight night, Jones made quick work of Cyril Gane, taking him down just 2 minutes into the first round and locking in a submission to become the UFC heavyweight champion. But while the win was dominant, his title reign kicked off with plenty of questions hanging over it. Now, Ngannou wasn't the only heavyweight Jon Jones has been accused of avoiding. More recently, Tom Aspinall made headlines by claiming Jones ducked him too, and according to Aspinall, the proof is crystal clear.
I think the fact that he didn't want to fight Ngannou for 3 years, and now he's not wanting to fight me for over a year, and the way he manipulates the media and the public is super smart. I'm not taking anything away from him, but do I think he's scared to take the tough fights at this stage in his career? Absolutely.
After defeating Cyril Gane, Jones was set to defend his heavyweight title against Stipe Miocic at UFC 295, but due to an unfortunate injury, Jones had to pull out. In his absence, the UFC set up an interim title fight between rising British star Tom Aspinall and knockout artist Sergey Pavlovich. Aspinall came out on top, putting himself directly in line for a showdown with Jones once he returned.
Just give me the opportunity, John. Let me do it. Give me my dream fight. Why not? I've just achieved my dream now. Give me my dream fight. Let me fight for my legacy now, please.
With Aspinall securing the interim belt, fans and analysts alike were calling for a unification bout between him and Jon Jones as the next big fight to make.
Jon Jones versus Tom Aspinall is interesting.
Jon Jones is the GOAT, you know what I mean? He's the best of all time. But if anyone's going to give him a fight, it's Tom Aspinall. You know what I mean? He's got the speed, he's got the jiu-jitsu, he's got the power. But I don't think Jones will fight him.
Despite most MMA pundits and fans wanting Jones versus Aspinall, Jones was adamant on fighting Stipe Miocic as he considered him a legacy fight. That meant Aspinall had to put his interim title on the line against Curtis Blades, a challenge he handled with ease. After the win, he didn't hold back, throwing some serious shade at Jon Jones.
John was there crossing his fingers and toes tonight, hoping that I'd lose to Curtis. Let's not bullshit about it. Like he posted about it loads anyway that I'm going to lose to him. Yeah, that didn't happen. So that's the fight I want next.
Despite the growing pressure from fans and fellow fighters, Jones stood firm on his plan to fight Stipe Miocic, staying locked in on that matchup for UFC 309, and when asked about Tom Aspinall, Jones said he had no intention of ever doing business with him.
I feel like Tom's been such an asshole that I don't want to do business with him.
Instead of facing Tom Aspinall, Jones expressed interest in fighting Alex Pereira, who was the reigning light heavyweight champion at that time.
Pereira walks around at like 240, and he has magnificent accolades. Business-wise, it makes more sense. Fight the nobody, maybe more dangerous, or fight the guy with all the accolades, who's incredibly dangerous, but it actually will affect your legacy.
Even after dominating Stipe Miocic with a third-round TKO at UFC 309, Jones still refused to recognize Tom Aspinall as a legitimate contender, brushing off any talk of a unification bout.
You know what? While I got the moment, while everybody's cheering and so happy, I want to acknowledge Jesus Christ. You know, I know that we have options. And so I'm just going to see what Dana wants, what Uncle Hunter wants, and you guys will hear about it soon, I'm sure.
That was a curveball. He went Jesus Christ instead, didn't he?
At the post-fight press conference, Jones again dismissed any chance of fighting Aspinall, making it clear that he wouldn't consider the matchup unless the paycheck was huge.
I just don't like him. And at the end of the day, if I give him the opportunity to fight me, I want to be so compensated. I want to say it, I want that fuck you money, honestly.
Jones said he was done fighting dangerous up-and-comers anymore, insinuating that Aspinall was perhaps a risk not worth taking.
I feel like I'm at a place now where, you know, like I want to take what I find to be super fights. I don't want to fight dangerous up-and-comers anymore. I want to fight dangerous, established champions. So Tom can have the heavyweight championship. I don't really care about it. That my value doesn't lie in belts anymore. I've created something much bigger. I want prayer.
Jones' refusal to acknowledge Aspinall sparked backlash across the MMA world, with several fighters and big-name analysts accusing him of avoiding Aspinall.
If you want to enjoy your life, if you want to be a part of a reality show, if you want to take that money and delay things and hold someone else's dreams back from becoming a reality, that is ducking.
Jon Jones looks at every human and I could fuck them up.
If that was the case, you don't think he would be saying after Stipe, I'm gonna fucking destroy Tom?
The UFC went back and forth trying to set up a title unification fight between Jones and Aspinall, but deep down, Aspinall knew it was never really going to happen.
I think I'm a bad matchup for him, to be honest. And I think he knows it.
Aspinall's gut feeling proved right when in June 2025, Jon Jones officially announced his retirement from the sport and vacated his heavyweight title, even though Dana White claimed that the fight with Aspinall was done.
The fight was done. We had the fight done a long time ago. So why he decided not to fight, you guys will have to ask him that.
Jones's retirement means Tom Aspinall now holds the crown as the undisputed heavyweight champion of the world, and he's already looking to stay active, bringing stability to a division that's often lacked consistency. But a Jon Jones comeback can never be fully ruled out. Could he be waiting for Aspinall's fall before stepping back in? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. If you enjoyed this breakdown of the time Jon Jones ducked a fight, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and be sure to check out our video on the times Paddy Pimblett destroyed cocky fighters for disrespecting him.